All right, I guess the best way to describe this winter would probably be roller coaster. I feel like we went from super cold, felt like spring, and now end of this week, not so much.
Yeah, erratic for sure. I mean, we're still running warmest on record, so for Portland and Bangor. So obviously we've been doing more warm, but when winter shows, it does it for a week or so. That's what's about to happen late this week. 51 in Portland right now. If you want to get out, enjoy the last of this because it's going to be a little bit, I think, before we get quite this mild. 47 in Bangor, 54 in Portsmouth. We got a couple of sprinkles out there that made it feel very springy even in that way because you saw a quick shower and then it was back to some sun, and these showers continue to move through tonight, but they're relatively light and a couple of snow flurries into the mountains. Now I want to differentiate because we're about to talk about a storm system for Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday. We do have a little light snow coming tomorrow night, so we'll get to that in a second. First, tonight is quiet, not a whole lot going on. Temperatures down into the upper 20s to around freezing along the coastline, low 20s, and then gets quite cold across far northern Maine. Tomorrow is a mixture of sun and clouds, relatively quiet. We're back to the mid and upper 30s. It's actually a pretty decent day. Then here comes that little snow tomorrow night. Now, I didn't even make a map for this because we're thinking an inch or two of snow overnight Tuesday, and then out of here in time for Wednesday morning's commute. So that's an inch or two, just kind of dust your car off type situation. Wednesday during the day is quiet again, perhaps up into the upper 30s again over southern Maine, and then cold air starts filtering down, and here comes our storm system late Wednesday night and into Thursday. Technically, this is two systems that I'm combining into one because that's how it's going to feel. There's a warm front stretched out here, and there's an area of low pressure coming along it initially here Wednesday night. So after midnight, it starts snowing from southwest and northeast. The heaviest stuff is probably early in the morning on Thursday over the southern half of the state. It's thumping snow pretty good at that point, getting into the mid-coast through about the middle of the day. But by the afternoon, things taper off. Light snow, periods of light snow, even some periods where it's just cloudy through Thursday afternoon, early Thursday night. Then the second wave comes in Thursday night into Friday morning. That targets a slightly more northern part of the state, central and northern Maine, and it starts snowing again at a decent rate through about the middle of the day on Friday, and then this whole thing is out of here. So those two systems together should add up to this amount of snow, and not including tomorrow night where it's just an inch or two. You confused yet? 8 to 12 inches of snow is what I think is going to happen here over the mid-coast and into southern coastal Maine, back into New Hampshire, 4 to 8 including Bangor, and then far northern Maine, probably too far from the moisture to get any big snowfall totals. So guys, being 4 days out here, what are the risks? Well, it's a warm front. If it moves to the north, southern Maine will get into some sleet. That'll reduce snowfall totals there. If the front goes the other direction, then the snow will go heaviest over southern Maine, so we'll keep an eye on that. But that's the best map we have right now. And I do want to point out, Saturday morning with the fresh snowpack, we could be below zero all the way to the coast, and in some cases 10 to 15 degrees below zero. Not as cold as last time, but cold again.
All right.
Thanks, Keith.